what is also clear is that Trump has no economic theory behind what he's doing. And I think that's most disturbing, both to me as an economist and to those who are on the other side of negotiations. I've talked to some of these people, and they say, you know, we don't know how to negotiate because the other side is not a normal negotiator. You know, normally the other side knows what they want. There's a theory about how trade works. That's not true here. It's a different world. So let me give you an example. Trump thinks that trade deficits by themselves, and in particular trade deficits in goods, reflect somebody treating us unfairly. And it's based sort of on a premise that we are better than any other country, so people should be buying more goods from us than we are buying from them. But we are in the 21st century, not where we were in 1950. Services are the major part of our economy. Goods production, manufacturing is 9–10%. What are important? Service sector, tourism, education, health. What is he doing to those sectors? Look what he's done in the last few weeks.
Professor Steve, I have so many questions. What is going on?
So this war is threatening everybody on the planet. And what Trump is doing at the moment is a pump and dump scheme. He's trying to drive up the oil price and exploiting it for his friends and for his own wealth in the process. So people are focusing upon the price of this. But the really important point is the Strait of Hormuz. So oil, fertilizer, helium, all have to pass through the Strait of Hormuz.
And Iran have blocked that gap.
So they can say you do or do not pass, depending on what your country's attitude towards our country. And it's quite terrifying because 20 to 30% of our fertilizer comes through this point. But if this is not available, the globe has a famine.
Do you think he will send ground troops in?
Yes, I do. But I'd hate to be one of those troops because it's a suicide mission. They've got underground military units of weapons and troops, but we have no idea of the scale.
Trump keeps saying that the war has been won.
Yeah.
What's going on there in your view?
I think he's been fed propaganda to tell him that he's winning the war by his immediate advisors, because you cannot tell a person like that they've made a mistake.
We'll talk about that as well. But you've developed a bit of a reputation because you're very good at predicting things. So which of these 5 outcomes do you think is most probable to happen?
Oh, God.
Professor Stephen, who are you? If you had to sort of distill it down to 3 areas of specialism, what would those be?
History of economic thought, financial instability, so what causes volatility in the economy, and the dynamics of money. And ironically, that makes me a minority in economics because most economists ignore money completely.
It's a strange thing to hear.
It's ridiculous, but it's true.
We'll talk about that as well today. I really want to focus on what's going on in the world right now because I have so many questions. It's all quite confusing.
Extremely.
And understanding the layers of motivation that Trump has, Iran have, Israel have, is it's a difficult jigsaw puzzle to put together. I guess the question that I keep asking myself is, like, what is going on?
You can't get away from the fact that we've basically elected a mafia don to president of the United States. You've got a guy who admires the mafia, who's running the country. So what we're getting in some ways is a shakedown rather than anything driven by any sense of political necessity. Okay? So that's a crazy element to begin with. And the American deep state, as it's called, has been anti-Iran for 40 or 50 years. Israel has wanted to defeat Iran for that length of time. Trump is stupid enough, but also cunning enough, it's a combination of the two, to take on what Israel wanted to do, which was destroy Iran.
Israel could never do these wars on its own. These are American wars. America provides the financing, it provides the military backup, it provides the naval support, it provides the intelligence operations, it provides the munitions. Israel couldn't fight for one day without the United States backing. Israel could not be committing a genocide in Gaza without the United States' full operational complicity. I don't mean political complicity, I mean direct, daily, operational complicity. This has to end. This region has been divided for 100 years, first by the British Empire and then by the American Empire. And this is going on until today. We have a genocide going on right next door, till today, till this morning. People being wantonly killed, brazenly killed, because the United States is providing the means.
The United States is playing its ultimate economic card in this game, which is we will cut you off of our market, we will cut you off of buying things you need here, and then you'll really have to bend. For many years and for many countries, this worked. And now we have an example where it doesn't work, where the country in question is too big, too well developed, has got too many allies to whom it can turn, and so it doesn't have to knuckle under and saying, nope. I cannot exaggerate. What this means is the world having become more important relative to the United States, and no country demonstrates that more than China.
So guys, I'm trusting that you're all doing well today. So looking back, this might be the most perilous period of the United States of America. This is one of the most dangerous seasons that this amazing country is undergoing, because tell me why, since January, like I'm talking about even since September last year to now, the country has been in chaos. First of all, we started by the eyes, raiding people aimlessly without getting to know whether they are citizens of the United States of America or not. Provided you looked suspicious, I will say so, because there was no legal formalities that was being taken by the, officers for them to maybe bring you to custody or something like that. And then also we've seen them, detaining kids and questioning kids without the supervision of the parents and all that. And that has brought that amazing country into a lot of chaos. So now I'm talking about the recent situations where Trump is trying to bring this fight with Iran, and you have seen how Iran is responding. They're trying to respond in a manner that they don't want to fight with Trump, and it's not even in their pedigree to try and fight them, because for what? But then again, you have seen that basically Trump wants to remain the most dominating person, or rather president, in the whole country, or rather in the whole world. He is trying to make a name for himself, because a lot of people are trying to go against his inhuman nature, and he's just not getting it. And one of the things that he's doing, if you try to go against him, or if you try to challenge him, then you're cut out. You have seen what happens with NATO, you have seen what happens with the Pope and all that. Now we are going to be discussing, or rather we are going to be seeing how different people are coming forth, because most of the time when we have such incidents, happening in the country, at least we could get like some expertise, or rather some experts who come forth and get to educate the nation as a whole. Like, this is what is going to be happening. This is what is going to be taking place, so that this couple of professors of economics who are coming forth and trying to warn Trump and his administration that if they continue like this, these are going to be the outcome. And I'm hoping that maybe the message would reach them, or rather but this is something that, the most ridiculous thing is he knows. He knows, and I don't think he cares, because he knows that once his term is over, I'm not really sure if people are going to vote him again, or maybe they could. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, so a couple of people are coming forth. People who have, studied the graph. They have seen how the United States of America has been performing economically since, I would maybe take it back 5 years ago. It's not the same as it is performing now. So that means if it was performing better, it should be even like at its best. And we've seen how this was affected various part of the world. I'm not even talking about the United States alone, but I'm talking about, everyone is affected, because right now if you're taking a flight and maybe you have stopovers and all that, you need to think about that deeply, because in one way or another it's going to affect you. So you see, like, where the economy was, even right now, a lot of citizens in America, they are crying, like you have maybe 2 adults in a household could be working, but still it's not enough. Yes. So these amazing professors are coming forth and, trying to warn the country, trying to warn the administration that if such and such is not put into place, this is going to happen, and it's not going to be really, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be something that can be contained for long. You know what happens when an economy of a country is tampered with. So that means bringing it back will be very, very difficult. And I'm talking about even the investors, because most of the investors right now, if you talk to them and you tell them, like, you know what, I want you to invest in such and such and such, and you're in America, they will be thinking twice. So I'm talking about the microfinance, I'm talking about agriculture, I'm talking about infrastructure, I'm talking about the healthcare department, I'm talking about the ongoing schools, kids, and all that. So even the security of the country itself is being tampered with, because you can imagine this. So ladies and gentlemen, just in case you're new here, my name is Yvonne, and you are welcome to being part of my online family. And to my returning subscribers, I really, really appreciate this. And I'm hoping you stay. I'm hoping we do this together. Please, please, please subscribe, like, share, and comment. Let me know, what do you think about the whole entire thing? Like, how is it going? How is it gonna look like? Until next time.